So yeah, I usually cry when I hear my daughter talk about me. So this is no different. But to hear my wife and my son talk about me, yeah.
Hi, my name is Caridad Jackman. This is, who are you?
Jasmine.
Jasmine
Yeah.
Jackman.
Yeah.
I'm the wife of Nkosi, also known as Elohim.
It was hard to learn the language, but it taught us how to manage. So we learned to savage manage, never learned to get the cabbage.
Nkosi and I met in 1999, 2000. He was going to school to be an LPN. I was working for a facility that was contracted to administer hepatitis B vaccines to Dade County Public School teachers as well as the students. I would see him every other month or so. Basically, he just, approached me, gave me his phone number. Oh, before that, I was giving him his vaccination, and he said to me, if you hurt me, I'm gonna punch you, which I thought was kind of silly. And I said, well, just know that I punch back. And that was the exchange. Those were like our first exchanges. Yeah, that he was gonna punch me, so he thinks. Then right before he left, actually the class stepped out and he came back, knocked on the door. I opened it and he handed me his phone number. And from that day on, I called him the first day. I didn't wait 3 days or anything like that. We spoke for almost 3-4 hours. We spoke for a very long time, which I thought was a long time. And he invited me. He told me he was a musician at that point. I didn't know that he was a rapper. I just thought he was, this guy going to nursing school. So initially I was attracted just to his, just him going to school, being in school, being a part of something. So I had no idea that he was a musician or an artist at that point. During our first conversation, that's when he shared that with me, and he invited me to this club called Boheme, where one of his friends was spinning, DJ Showdown. And ever since then, we've been together 19 years later. That's how we first met.
My name is Jelani Jackman. I'm 19 years old. As a kid, I was homeschooled by my dad, and it was good. Sometimes I wish I was with my peers and stuff, but I think it was better for me because your dad could be the greatest teacher. It's great growing up with a dad. Most of my friends don't have dads, so I gotta take that into account. His opinion on me, what's it called? Just him being there. This is great.
My name is Jada and I'm 17 years old. I'm the daughter of Elohim. I don't want to drive because I have anxiety and fear. Like, it's not that serious. I don't need to drive.
What we have here in South Florida is a 17-year-old young lady who refuses to get a driver's license. She was forced to get a state ID the other day, and that's the only reason she's been in the DMV. And her reasons are?
Your brother drives you around.
I have my family to support me through all my ventures.
Yes.
Is that what you want to hear?
Every responsibility. Grocery trips, her trips, whatever she wants to do.
Swimming lessons.
Yeah, swimming lessons.
Hair
And my own trips also.
Hey, what about my job?
And my job.
My job, I got a job.
At Wendy's.
They're spoiled, is what she means by
Yeah, I'm spoiled.
She gets that from her dad.
that. Wow. He's also very spoiled.
We're spoiled.
Okay, so him being my father has kind of been like an experience. It's been a roller coaster because, the same way that I've grown, I feel like he's grown a lot even with me. So like, in some aspects, I feel like that's my homeboy, like that's my brother sometimes. That it's like, he's really like, he's my best friend sometimes. I respect my father a lot because when I do give him advice, he really takes it pretty seriously. Like, I'll see how other people, like how he reacts to other people's advice. And knowing my father, he's very hard-headed, but I feel like as soon as I say something, he really takes that to heart. And he listens to my advice way more than he listens to anybody else's. The advice that I give him is based off how I see people react to him. So like, you know, I just feel like I might be better at reading people, like, because I'm looking from the outside looking in. And so like, I'm able to tell him how, you know, what other people are feeling, what other people are thinking about him. So he's giving me so much advice. I mean, obviously as a father, you're supposed to, you know, raise your children. So, I mean, just like in the simple sense of how to treat people. But like I said, he's been growing with me. So he tells me how he treats people. And then in a lot of aspects, I treat people the same way that he has. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's just a part of growing.
So some of the challenges that I would say as a wife who is married to an aspiring artist, I would have to say, first of all, the amount of energy, time that it takes for the music alone, I had to learn that. Like I had to become an artist as well. I had to find a way to put myself in his shoes in order to understand it, because as I was saying before, I don't really understand how the music industry works, how much work it takes for an artist. So that was challenging for me. When it came to our relationship, a lot of the money, a lot of the time, a lot of the not just the money, but the time, the understanding, because for me, I wanted to understand where he was coming from. He would put up like this wall sometimes where like, if you don't understand, then that's just unfortunate. So I had to go out of my way, or at least I felt like I had to go out of my way to understand his music. It was challenging in the sense that here's this person that you love and here's this person that he loves, but yet for a big part of our relationship, he felt like I wasn't being supportive because I didn't understand the music, or I didn't really understand where the money was going. You're not understanding the sacrifices. So in other words, I had to become not only a helpmeet, but also I had to show him I had to learn who he was first, and then I had to learn how to support him in ways that he knew that he was being supported. Because at the end of the day, it's hard enough. It's just hard just being a black man, period. Now he's going out here trying to, you know, do this music.
They've been lying to our faces, they taught us the sky blue. My favorite, those are Elijah, Muhammad, and Sun Tzu. To tell the truth, it was the woo that led to bow ties in the soup. Final calls, honey wheat rolls, and navy bean soup. Sent a written invitation to get this work, but they ain't want it. It turned out